Hey everyone, it's been a while since last I've been on this platform, that's YouTube. Yeah, I believe last time I was here was since 6 months now. That is since last year, before the shutdown of the US economy that happened last year. Yeah, if memory serves me well. So it's been a while, and the reason why is because I remember mentioning that we'll be focusing our energy on our investors, and by the grace of God we're able to get 11 investors, and out of the 11 we've been able to give them we've been able to give 7 of the 11 their withdrawals. The remaining 4 we're expecting to give them by May 17th. So we thank God for the progress and for the opportunity. So in the interim between now and May, I decided, why not, let me continue posting on my YouTube. And yeah, that's why I'm here today. And yes, we moved from Telegram to Discord. Reason is because I've noticed some illegal activities that have been quite frequent on Telegram, so I've decided to move my focus to Discord. And the Discord is for community building only. What does that mean? If you're a trader, you know your source, you know what you want, you know what you're doing. I do employ let me use that word, or I do admonish thee to join the Discord. All right, there will be free signals given. Free, yeah, for now, yeah, free. Let me take it like a way, let's use it as a way to push the agenda, build the community, and also as a punishment for me being away for so long. Yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, this video is not going to be so long. At best 17 minutes, if not 8. Okay, at best 18 minutes. So I can't promise I will start from where I stopped last year, because that will take too long, right? But if you request for it, I will do it. But if not, then we'll just start off from where we are now. And as well as what's coming to my mind, yes, we'll be analyzing EURUSD, EURUSD, gold, and also Usdjpy. Of course, this analysis has already been made to save time on the video, but I will be explaining it in-depthly so that you don't get lost. Now, in the next videos, I would actually be analyzing them myself while on live with you guys. So yeah, let's continue, shall we? So we'll start, of course, from the 3 months, from what we stopped last time we on the 3 months on EURUSD. We all know these key levels, areas in the market where you see rejection wicks, right, or where the market gives us much more momentum or reaction from. Then you notice your market structure, your higher highs and your lower lows. Then you identify your chart patterns. For example, here there's a chart pattern happening over here. Obviously there are actually 2 chart patterns happening over here, but if I'm to take account this whole leg, then what I'll say is there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 chart patterns that are happening over here. Use your discretion. Yeah, this is a falling wedge. That's 1 chart pattern that is here. Double top, then double bottom, then another double top. That's another chart pattern. That's 3, which equals to 4. So we move like that, right? So that we have a double top, we have a double bottom, then we have a double bottom, then we have a double top, then we also have another double bottom, right, which is coming for this liquidity that is resting over here. Yeah, that just lets us know that we are bullish. So let me just move further from here to the 1 month for more clarity. Yeah, so the 1 month is basically the same thing. Yeah, it's just more visible. For example, now you can clearly see the double bottom. You can clearly see the double top. You can clearly see the double bottom, right? So we just progress from there. Double tops let us know the market is on a sell. Double bottoms let us know the market is on a buy. Standard retail stuff, right? So we keep pressing on from there, right? Mind you, our 3 months market structure already informed us that we are on a bullish. So now, what do I see over here? This whole movement that is happening here is basically a consolidation. What is a consolidation? A consolidation is a period when the market is neither bullish nor is it bearish. The market is just moving in a sideways trend. That is, it's just gathering momentum. What do I mean? It's gathering orders for the next impulsive movement, or it's gathering orders to be able to take out traders to gain more liquidity to actually continue in the direction that it wants to. So right now, that's the consolidation that just happened. And as we can see, the market gave us a bullish run all the way up. And even after that bullish run all the way up, right, I like to mark out my movement. So we have a high here, a low here, another high here, another low here, another high here, another low here. Sorry, let me do that well. We have another high here, low here. But as time will have it, we also have another high and low here, which makes me look at this as a what? Channel. We all know what channels are. Let me just draw it for emphasis sake. So that's a channel, right? That's a rising wedge. We have rising and falling channels. Then we also have rising and falling wedge. What I'll call this is a rising channel, right? Usually, when you see a rising channel, right, it indicates the market wants to sell, right? But then don't always take things textbook value in the market. I keep emphasizing on this, and there's a reason why, right? The market can surprise you and just do this, to be very honest. And the market can surprise you and do this, to be very honest. Can also surprise you and do this, to be very honest. So I can go into detail and let you know which one the market is going to do, but that is for the mentorship class. And to join the mentorship class, as I've been reiterating from the beginning, is just $100, right? We lead you, and we also give you a funded account of $2,000 to play around with. With using our free signals, you'll be perfectly fine. Pass it, get funded, make your money, make yourself happy, make your parents happy. Everything is fine. So now I will go to my daily time frame. And why am I going to the daily time frame, you might ask me. All right, why am I going to the daily time frame? I'm going to the daily time frame because I'm trying to narrow down my analysis. So let me first get rid of all these lines that are here. Let me first get rid of all of them before. Let me first get rid of all of them. I was just explaining something, that's why I did that. So yes, we'll go to the daily time frame now. Sorry, let me adjust the camera here. So we'll go to the daily time frame from here on out. So now the daily time frame, like I previously stated, see the highs and lows that we have, right? High, low, yeah. Market structure stuff. So now from the daily time frame, what are we looking at? The market is following a channel. Now, as you can see from the arrow I drew, right, the market has given us not one, not two, but 3 taps. That means it's following this channel. And from these rejection weeks we are seeing here, right, shows that the market wants to obey this trend line that is drawn here. TL, I call it trend line. So it's trying to obey that trend line that is being drawn over here, right? So now, what does that tell me as a whole? That I'm looking for buys. But it's not confirmed. Today is Monday. It's not confirmed, right? It's Monday. But from the weak rejections I'm seeing right now, yes, I'm looking for buys. But as Monday, Tuesday comes up, I will now look for confirmations. Maybe a morning candle or an evening candle formation happens there, or a bullish momentum candle. but there are confirmation moves that lets you know whether it's going to happen, which we will use to our advantage. So now the 4 hours basically just shows me that, if I'm to put it into perspective, if I'm to put it into perspective, yeah, that's just basically it. Now, what I'll be looking for, I'll for the market to break out of this and give me a retest of this. When the market gives me a good retest, which I'll follow my entry model, then I'll enter into the trade and aim my first take profit to be here, then my overall take profit to be all the way up here. So that'll be 2 take profits I'll have. I'll have a take profit. That'll be 2 take profits I'll have, right? I'll have a take profit over here, and I'll have my second take profit over here, right? Simple and short. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is confirmation. And the reason why I'll put my second take profit over here is because we have resting liquidity, sell side liquidity that is here. We have sell side liquidity that is resting over here, which the market will naturally gravitate itself towards. So yeah, that's really that for Euro USD. So what am I saying? Euro USD right now, bullish. I'm looking out for bullish. I'm on a strong bullish on Euro USD. That doesn't mean that a bearish can't happen. No matter how sure you are about your analysis, you are not the market, nor is the market a distant or a close relative of yours. You need to be as logical as possible. You do not predict. It's not sporty bets. You react. So that means it can also give me bearish. But with my knowledge of things right now, what is showing me is bullish tendency. So I take that to account. When Monday comes, Tuesday comes, the market gives me something different, I adapt. If not, then I execute the initial thought process. So now we're already on 12 minutes. So let's try our best to speed things up to gold. What's going on gold? Gold is a commodity. And as you know, commodities usually trend. Commodities are valuable assets in the market. That's what commodities are. They are like valuable assets. What do I mean by valuable assets? They trend bullish. They are valuable assets. For example, now if you bought gold 4 years ago and you decided to sell it now, most definitely the value of that gold will appreciate massively. They are called valuable assets. I think like land. Land is a valuable asset, right? Silver is a valuable asset, right? Yeah, commodities. Okay, you can look at stocks. Stocks is a form of commodity that appreciates, but it isn't so stable like other ones. Reason being, you don't know when a company will be liquidated. So, but it's still a commodity, right? It's still a valuable asset. Most billionaires that we have nowadays don't really have their billions in cash value. They have it in stock options. Like I said, stocks is also an asset. Now, moving on. Gold's an appreciating asset. Like I will say on gold, okay, let me just go to the 1 month for the sake of emphasis. As you can see, gold has been appreciating in value. If you even bought gold from 2024 and you held it up until now, your money would have been crazy on gold. See this massive run of bull. This is because of several reasons. You can consider one reason being the US economy shut down, another reason being the wars that has been going on, another reason being crisis in the dollar. So diverse reasons that happened from 2024 up to date that has caused appreciation in value of gold. And gold will keep appreciating in value, mind you. Gold will keep appreciating in value. So it's just how do I enter on the appreciation? As you can see, gold has been appreciating in value. As you can see, appreciating. Then of course, yes, it gave us a retracement, no problem. Then again, it still appreciates. So like gold is an appreciating asset. It's going to keep appreciating, right? So with this thing in mind, it's easier to narrow your analysis on gold and just tag it as bullish. It's just how do you want to do the bullish. For example, now here we have this. See that? Bullish. Simple and short. So how do you want to tag this bullish? So let me just do that again. See, because of the wicks happen, so I'll count that. So yeah. So now I will be going to my daily. Having in mind, I mean, I don't really have to do any analysis top down for this gold, because like I said, it's bullish. So I just drew my trend line there, marked it obeyed the trend line reasonably well, and I'm already seeing bullish momentum happening over here, and I'm seeing the candle is giving me a massive rejection wick over here, which is also another indication that, oh, bullish. And I've noticed that the market is now trying to form a W-shaped pattern, which is also indication that we want to go bullish. So with this in mind, I was already on gold last week. This is really what made me close out February very well. I closed out my gold when it was over here, and I have the screenshot of that as well. Closed out my gold on $66,000 profits on an investor's account, which I'm going to have a reasonable return on that when I withdraw from our investors. So as you can see, this is our current high and low in the market. Let me just take note of that. So clearly the market is trying to give us another movement. So as you can see on gold, the internal trend is giving us a high, a low, an equal highs rather, then give us another higher low, then it broke out, taking out the liquidity here, then it left us with some minor liquidity over here, which the market still came to take out. Then naturally speaking, we're expecting up moves all the way up to at least here. So your first take profits can be here, your second one can be over here as well, because gold appreciates in value if you choose to hold it. So yes, like I'm also strong bullish on gold. Now this can go south, like I said in the previous video. So as well as having your head on ground, have your head on ground as well too. So now this is the final one I'm going to be looking at, which is USDJPY, and I'll be focusing on from the weekly on USDJPY. So on the weekly on USDJPY, we can see some certain important details, right? Let me just go to the monthly. So on the monthly, we've been seeing that the USDJPY, it was on a bearish, then it gave us this liquidity that is on there, and right now we're trying to take out that liquidity to finish forming. If I go to the 3 months, I'll say the market is actually technically just forming a retracement leg before it continues the bearish. So it has to get up to this zone, which is our 35 to 50% retracement. That's why we're seeing this temporal bullish movement that we are on right now on it. So having this in mind, I will go to my 4 hour, and I can see the highs and lows forming. That's high, that's a low, that's a high here. Now these are all equal lows, and the market came on. When the market came on it, it always gave us impulsive movements on it, and it's maintained the impulsive movement right now. And as you can see, it's aiming for this, our 35% range over there. So having this in mind, I will go to my daily, and now on my daily, what am I seeing on my daily? I mark out my highs and lows as I did over here. High, low, high, low, high. So actually it's low and high, low and high, low and high, low. Now the market wants to now give us a new high, right? After taking out this liquidity that is resting over here. That's the reason why we are bullish on this. Now, for this bullish to work, sorry about that. Now for this bullish to work, the market already on the internal structure give us a high low. Now we're expecting to have another high low forming. So we enter off on the pullback, and yeah, because if I'm to do this, expecting high, then to most likely pull back again, then to keep going high. So yes, currently we're also bullish on USDJPY as well. Now, if the market rejects off of this, because this, as you know, is a strong key level on our daily. If it rejects off of this, it can also sell to take out the liquidity that is resting here before it buys. So my advice, although yes, I'm favoring for an instant bullish, that doesn't mean I'm entering this yet. Because like I stated, the market can respect this what is it called, daily/weekly key level, come down to take out liquidity here before it goes up. So you need to still be very observant. So that's it, guys, on our weekly analysis for today. Thank you so much for taking this long. I said it was going to be 18 minutes. I'm sorry about that. It's 20, but there's still valid information here for you guys to learn from. Do have a blessed day. Cheers.